Story time. Hello, welcome to Game Rating Review. My name is Jean-Marc, and today we're going to be talking about Legos. Let me get there with a story. So, I decided to go to a food truck festival in Austin, Texas. So, I go down 360 all the way down to a mall, and in the mall parking lot was a food truck festival. It was one of the worst things I've ever been to. It was really hot. Not even all of the food trucks were open, and there weren't a lot of food trucks there. And I only took one picture that I thought was funny of people protesting the eating of aminals, which I thought was great. I wanted to go talk to them, but I had to go because I was hot. The food I ate made my stomach feel weird. It wasn't a great experience, but I did notice that there was a mall there I hadn't been to. I like mall walking. I know I'm not a teenager anymore, and I know I don't buy fancy clothes, but I love walking around a mall, discovering new stores, see what kind of geek stuff they have in their geek stores, or video games that they have in their video game stores. So the next day, me and my wife went to the mall, walked around. The escalator was broken, so we walk up the stairs. We ate there, we walked around, we saw a movie there. We walked around some more, and then that's when I found a Lego store. And it reminded me of when I was younger, and I've always wanted Legos. Always. And the closest I ever came to getting Legos was going to my grandmama's house, or my mamoo's house, as we called her, or mamoo. Went to her house, went through her games. She had dominoes, and she had cards. She had Lincoln Logs. Wow, would you like to build a cabin? Cool. How about building a more different cabin? Lincoln Logs are great. There's so much variety. So yeah, that was my childhood with not Legos. I never owned Legos. Friends of mine had whole tubs of Legos. You just pour it out on the ground, make whatever you want. I played with them at friends' houses, but I've never got to own any as myself because they're real expensive. They're very expensive. We had a big family. I come from a family of 12, and we probably would have lost them. Some got thrown away. I'm sure someone somewhere at some point in my family had Legos somehow, but I never saw it. And so I'm walking around this Lego store in the mall, just being like, man, I wish I could have a Lego. And then I see it. Lego Death Star. And there was also a Lego Millennium Falcon. Fantastic. The Millennium Falcon was going for $7.99. Oh man. And then I understood why I never had Legos, because I grew up in a poor family and we couldn't afford all them Legos. That's just too much money. Whew, it just costs a lot to get those sets and put those sets together. It's kind of ridiculous. I walked out feeling a little bit sad that childhood me never got to play Legos, but it kind of made more sense because Legos are expensive. I mean, they spun off into movies, to video games, and then those movies have turned into their own Lego sets. So, I mean, Lego's a legit brand. I love playing their video games, and I love going to Lego World in Chicago. I went there with Chris. That was really fun. Will I ever get Legos? I don't know. Maybe I'm too old for them now, and I don't have any children to play it with. I guess the point is that we all have to grow up sometimes and play video games instead of Legos. The Lego movies are great. I haven't watched the Ninjago one, but I watched all the other ones, and the video games are fun. And I'm sure owning Legos is fun. There's a whole documentary out there about them that is fantastic that I watched. Tell me what you think about Legos. Tell me your past about Legos. I never got them as a kid. I really wanted them when I went to the store. But when I looked at those prices, I was like, it's not worth it. They even had a wall of Legos where you could pick the color, size, and shape that you wanted from the Legos. And that was fun too, but whew, it's expensive. But maybe one day, I'll be able to play. Thank you for watching Game Rating Review. My name is Jean-Marc. Please don't like, subscribe, and we'll learn what you see. Thank you for watching, and that was my opinion on Legos and my want of them.